So there are two different concerns about this case. Okay. The first concern, one, did Ethereum get a free pass? Okay. So did something happen so that Ethereum could get a free pass from the SEC? Okay. Number two, did people from Ethereum bribe the SEC? I'll weaken it a little bit. Influence the SEC to go after Turkey.
In recent times, a considerable amount of controversy has arisen regarding Ethereum's potential involvement in activities that raise questions about the Securities and Exchange Commission's integrity. Within the industry, there's growing speculation surrounding whether Ethereum received preferential treatment during its early stages by the SEC. Another pertinent question being raised pertains to whether individuals associated with Ethereum engaged in any form of unethical influence or bribery to steer the SEC towards targeting and classifying XRP as a security. At the heart of this unfolding narrative is Charles Hoskinson, a former handler of Ethereum, who finds himself once more in the midst of this contentious discourse. In a video statement released today, Charles Hoskinson has sought to clear his name of any allegations linked to this case, reiterating his stance on the matter. The recent upheaval in the cryptocurrency space has stirred significant debate regarding Ethereum's relationship with the SEC, and the question of preferential treatment during its formative years looms large. Likewise, concerns have been raised about potential improprieties in influencing the SEC's actions concerning XRP. Charles Hoskinson, a central figure in this narrative, has responded with a video statement aimed at dispelling any accusations associated with his involvement in this matter, thereby reaffirming his position on the issue. The cryptocurrency industry's ongoing discourse on these matters underscores the importance of transparency and fairness in regulatory actions and their potential consequences for various digital assets. Charles Hoskinson's effort to address these concerns directly emphasizes the need for clarity and accountability within the space.
Some baseline stuff we're going to write down because I know it's so hard. Baseline stuff. All right. Number one, Charles is not okay with corruption. Number two, and here, let me highlight that for you because I know you guys are having some trouble with this. All right, there we go. Charles is not okay with corruption. Got it? All right. Number two, Charles does not. We'll also put that and highlight it again. Like when people use relationships to improperly influence government policy. Okay, I do not like that either. Number three, Charles has never believed that XRP is a security, and there are things going back years where I've said that. Did people from Ethereum bribe the SEC to go after XRP? Okay, a little question mark here. And my first comment on that is, if so, then where is the evidence of that? That's what I keep asking. Where is the evidence of that? Having Hidman meet with Joe Lubin and Vitalik and get a bunch of money, isn't it very plausible that that bunch of money was connected to, let's make sure that Ethereum is not a security? Do you have an email? Things that would qualify as evidence, like is there an email that says, hey, go after XRP? Is there a recording? Is there, some sort of hidden text? Is there a video of these types of things where they said go after XRP? Were there, whistleblowers? Okay, who said we were influenced and told to go after XRP hard? These types of things. Do you have any of these things? No. You might have a money trail, and that money trail could be connected to this. How do you know that these two things are connected? Could have associative links, like maybe they got a 2-for-1. But how would you know that unless an investigation was done? But we don't do those anymore, do we? We don't investigate anymore. Like all this stuff. Sugar is killing everybody in America. It makes us all fat, yours included too. Okay? Lost half of our fertility rate. We have a huge consolidation of many industries. No one seems to care about it. Gaming industry, Activision Blizzard just got bought by Microsoft. How about that? Keep overthrowing countries and killing people, but we don't even look into that. The Afghanistan was unmitigated failure, and we're not going to look into any of the money we gave to Ukraine, are we? No, it's just terrible tragedy. You got to move on. Audit the Fed? No, we don't do that here. Okay. So a lot of people get free passes in the United States. Standard policy. I'm not okay with it. Never been okay with it. I don't like it when people do that, which is why I really hate the way our government runs. And I've numerous times said XRP is not a security. But the thing is, why even bother investigating? Because you're not going to get anything out of it. Did people bribe the SEC to go after XRP? Do you have any smoking gun evidence of that? No. So if you claim it, then you are pushing an unsupported conspiracy.
Commencing his defense, Hoskinson delved into what he labeled as baseline stuff, essentially a compilation of his candid thoughts and positions on the subject at hand. He took a stand by asserting his fundamental opposition to corruption and the unethical use of relationships to exert undue influence on government policies. Hoskinson made it clear that he has consistently maintained the viewpoint that XRP is not a security, a stance he has held for an extended duration. Moving on to address the second question or concern, which revolves around potential influence from individuals in the Ethereum community on the SEC's pursuit of XRP, Hoskinson emphasized the dearth of substantial evidence supporting such claims. He referenced a meeting involving Ethereum co-founders Joseph Lubin and Vitalik Buterin with former SEC Director William Hinman, hinting at the possibility of financial exchanges during this encounter. Nevertheless, he pointed out that these suspicions would remain unsubstantiated without recorded evidence, notes, or other means of verification. Hoskinson acknowledged that some individuals enjoy favorable treatment from the U.S. government, attributing this phenomenon to the government's systemic functioning. He also resigned to the notion that probing these concerns would likely yield no fruitful outcome. In conclusion, Hoskinson stressed that the reluctance of the U.S. government to investigate such matters, coupled with the absence of incriminating evidence, renders any attempt to cling to baseless claims of collusion tantamount to propagating an unsupported conspiracy.
I'm not the enemy here. I've never been the enemy here with this. I was one of the few people in the industry when you guys got hit with the XRP as a security lawsuit that actually came out and said, you're not. Vitalik Buterin didn't do that. Boatload of the Layer 1 CEOs, they didn't do that. I was one of the few guys who did say, you guys are not a security. I've never believed that you are. And I left Ethereum. Let's make sure you understand this baseline here in June of 2014. Why? Well, I think everybody knows I was pushed out. And what does that infer? It infers that I'm not exactly on the best of terms with everyone over there. You know what that also means? It means that I had nothing to do with any of these things that occurred inside the Ethereum ecosystem. You will not find any emails or text messages or documents or other things from the Ethereum Foundation with my name on them. Why? Because the Ethereum Foundation was founded after June of 2014. After. And the crowd sale occurred after June. It was, I believe, in July they did it. They formed a different entity. There was an Ethereum Switzerland GmbH that was replaced with the Ethereum Foundation. It was the one with Mihai Alicia that set up Ethereum Switzerland GmbH. It's gone, doesn't exist. In July, they did the foundation. Yet now there's people running around saying, well, obviously, he's just, none of this behavior makes any sense. He must be involved in the corruption. He had to be the guy arguing for the free pass. He had to be the guy bribing them to go after XRP. It's a disease of the mind. It's something that eats away at your core. We as an industry, we got to be a little bit better. We just got to chill. We just got to relax. We gotta get past all this tribalism and these types of things. And we have to understand that there's nuance in things, and we have to understand who the real enemies are. The enemies are corruption, corporatism. The enemies are bureaucrats who decide that it's totally okay to rob you of your economic identity and freedom. And the enemies are people that basically want to tell you that you should not live a life where you're in charge of your life. The own nothing, you'll be happy crowd, the WEF crowd. They exist. They're here. There's never been a case where I've sat down and I said to myself, God, how do we beat Ethereum or Bitcoin or XRP and these other things? Because as different or together as these technologies can be, we're all on the same side from the perspective of one thing, which is we like the users being empowered. Self-sovereign identity, be your own bank, push power to the edges, public key cryptography, own your own wallet. Basic concepts. No matter what system you choose and where your tribalism falls, 98% of the time, there's a huge overlap, conceptually speaking, of these concepts. Huge overlap. And it's okay if there's a diverse set of them or only a few of them win. At the end of the day, that's a net positive for humanity. The enemies of the world are the ones who tell you you're not allowed to check your own elections. You're not allowed to own your own money. You're not allowed to own property. When you buy a book at any given time, someone can take it from you or update it and change what's in it to agree with their agenda. You're not allowed to have objective truth. Those are the enemies. Those are the people I care about. And I wake up every day and say, we can't let them win because the tools are too good. And if we let them win, the consequences and damage and danger, the reality that they're going to give us is pretty dystopian, and will make 1984 look like an instruction manual for a dystopian future.
In further elaboration of his stance, and the reasons he feels compelled to defend himself, Hoskinson reiterated that he is not the adversary in this situation. He recounted his prior involvement in a previous XRP security lawsuit, where he vehemently asserted that XRP is not a security, a stance he took in the public interest. Hoskinson also made a clear separation between himself and any involvement in the case against Ethereum. He shed light on his relationship with Ethereum, emphasizing that since his departure from the company in June 2014, he has had no communication with individuals associated with Ethereum. Hence, he considers it unjust for people to link him to allegations of improper activities. Hoskinson stressed that his current relations with Ethereum and the Ethereum Foundation are not favorable, emphasizing his non-involvement with them since leaving their employ. To substantiate his position, he revealed that the Ethereum project and its operations began after his departure in June 2014. While acknowledging the need for improvements within the cryptocurrency industry, Hoskinson argued that losing to a common adversary would have dire consequences for the entire community. This adversary, he asserted, opposes the notion of empowering users and enabling financial independence. Despite the competitive nature of different cryptocurrency platforms, he believes that most share the overarching goal of empowering users through decentralization. In Hoskinson's view, the true enemies of the crypto movement are authoritarian forces in government and corporations that seek to exert control over individuals' lives, finances, choices, and information. He called upon crypto supporters and media outlets to uphold higher principles of truth-seeking, ethics, and intellectual honesty, transcending tribalism and sensationalism in favor of genuine understanding. Hoskinson remains committed to building and defending the values he believes are crucial for the preservation of societal freedoms. He expressed hope that, even in disagreement, crypto supporters and media can rally around the principles of empowering individuals through technology and seeking mutual understanding. What are your thoughts on Hoskinson's response in this video? Do you believe he has adequately addressed the subject and presented sufficient evidence to disprove claims of Ethereum's influence on the SEC? Share your opinions in the comments section below. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.